Russia's ghost submarine surfaces, and it's scarier than we thought. The return of the K-329 Belgorod. In the frigid, silent depths of the Arctic Ocean, something stirred. A leviathan long shrouded in secrecy. The Russian Navy's K-329 Belgorod, ominously nicknamed the Ghost Submarine, had surfaced. But this was no routine operation. When Western satellites detected the vessel emerging near the Novaya Zemlya archipelago, the Pentagon took notice. And for good reason. This is not just another submarine. The Belgorod is the largest submarine built in the 21st century and arguably the most terrifying. It's a 600-foot underwater weapons platform that doesn't just carry torpedoes, it carries apocalypse. What makes the Belgorod so unique? The Belgorod is a modified Oscar II-class submarine, but calling it a modification barely scratches the surface. Originally laid down in 1992, construction stalled until it was revived under Vladimir Putin's naval modernization program. In 2019, she was finally launched, reborn not as a relic of Cold War design, but as a doomsday machine. Unlike typical submarines designed for anti-ship or anti-submarine warfare, Belgorod serves multiple roles: intelligence gathering, underwater surveillance, and most notably, as the mothership for Russia's deadliest underwater weapon, the Poseidon nuclear torpedo. The weapon of ultimate retaliation. At the heart of the West's fear is the Poseidon, an autonomous, nuclear-powered torpedo unlike anything the world has seen. Each Poseidon is estimated to be over 20 meters long, capable of traveling thousands of kilometers autonomously, and can carry a nuclear warhead with a yield of up to 100 megatons. That's twice the power of the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated. But unlike an ICBM, Poseidon isn't fired through the sky. It glides silently beneath the ocean, evading traditional missile defense systems, and can strike coastal cities or naval bases with devastating radioactive tsunamis. The Belgorod can reportedly carry up to 6 of these torpedoes. An underwater city on the move. But the Belgorod is more than just a weapon delivery system. Inside, it houses advanced sonar arrays, special compartments for deploying mini-submarines, and docking bays for deep-sea drones. It's believed to be part of Russia's secretive Guji program, the main directorate of deep-sea research. This agency doesn't report to the Russian Navy. It answers directly to the Kremlin and focuses on sabotage, surveillance, and manipulation of critical undersea infrastructure. Think undersea cables, oil pipelines, or NATO's SOSUS network of submarine detection systems. The Belgorod could quietly tamper with or destroy these lines of communication without ever being detected. That's why NATO calls it the Ghost Submarine. Why now? The timing of its surfacing. The surfacing of the Belgorod is no accident. It's a message silent, but unmistakable. With tensions at their highest since the Cold War due to the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and NATO's expanded presence in Eastern Europe, the appearance of Belgorod near strategic waters is a geopolitical flare shot across the sky. It tells the world, Russia's second strike capability is alive, mobile, and impossible to stop. More chillingly, satellite images taken just after its surfacing showed the submarine moving toward known deep-sea trench areas. Ideal places to vanish from detection or prepare for test deployments. The intelligence community's quiet panic. Inside classified briefing rooms in Washington, London, and Brussels, the tone is changing. Publicly, officials downplay the risk. But leaked memos suggest Belgorod has already conducted trials of the Poseidon system in the Arctic, with plans to begin full operational deployment by late 2025. The U.S. Navy's P-8 Poseidon aircraft have ramped up flights in the Barents Sea. Underwater listening stations have gone dark more frequently. Suspected interference by Russian underwater drones. The question isn't whether Russia can use this technology, but when it might feel the need to. One U.S. defense analyst put it bluntly, the Belgorod and Poseidon changed the deterrence game completely. This is no longer about mutual destruction. It's about asymmetric chaos. Strategic nightmare. How do you stop it? Traditional anti-submarine warfare relies on a mix of sonar buoys, surface ships, attack submarines, and air patrols. But Poseidon upends all of that. Its nuclear propulsion allows it to remain submerged for months, far deeper than most conventional weapons can reach. And if the Belgorod releases a Poseidon, there may be no way to stop it before it reaches its target. That's why NATO is quietly pushing for a new generation of deep-sea monitoring systems, what some call oceanic NORAD. But such systems could take years to deploy and billions to develop. In the meantime, Russia has what amounts to an untraceable underwater nuclear weapon, a legal and ethical gray zone. There's also an international legal crisis brewing. Poseidon-type weapons don't fit neatly into existing arms control treaties. The New START Treaty, which caps strategic warheads and delivery systems, doesn't address autonomous torpedoes. And because Poseidon isn't technically a missile, Russia argues it's outside the scope of any previous agreements. Critics say this represents a dangerous loophole, one that could lead to a new underwater arms race. China, for instance, has reportedly expressed interest in building its own version of Poseidon. The U.S. Navy has begun feasibility studies into autonomous undersea nuclear systems. Once again, the oceans may become the new frontier for strategic competition. Civil defense? There is none. What makes Poseidon so uniquely terrifying is the sheer helplessness it imposes. If launched, it wouldn't just destroy a city, it would contaminate coastlines for decades. There's no early warning radar, no evacuation protocols, no missile shield to intercept it. In effect, it's designed to make civil defense irrelevant. The concept of mutually assured destruction worked during the Cold War because both sides knew they could detect and respond. Poseidon breaks that balance. It introduces a horrifying possibility. One side could lose everything without warning and without recourse. Russia's strategy: fear as a deterrent. Russia doesn't need to use Belgorod or Poseidon to gain an advantage. The mere existence of these platforms is enough to change strategic calculations. Every NATO naval movement, every Baltic Sea drill, now has to consider a ghost lurking below. This is deterrence by ambiguity. Keep the enemy guessing, keep them afraid. In many ways, it's classic Russian doctrine: project strength by creating the illusion of unstoppable power. But with Belgorod, it's not an illusion. The submarine is real, it's operational, and it's on the move. Conclusion: into the abyss. As of now, the Belgorod has once again slipped beneath the ice. Its exact location is unknown. Western navies have gone quiet on the matter. But under the surface, a new era of warfare is unfolding. One where battleships are replaced by drones, missiles by algorithms, and nuclear payloads by ghost submarines. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.